Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Tuesday. We got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on MLB player props, you already know, go ahead and sign up with Parlay Play. Get free entries when you guys sign up, so go ahead and hop in there. Get some nice wins, and yeah, we'll hop in it here. Big slate today. Starting with the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at minus 135. Arizona plus 115 with the over-under at 10. Pitching for Arizona is Tyler Gilbert with an ERA of 5.02. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft with an ERA of 1.53. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Arizona on a 3-game losing streak right now, coming off a 7-0 loss yesterday against the Reds. Yeah, Reds played very well yesterday. Pretty much shut them out. Gilbert really hasn't been that great on the mound, coming off a 6-run performance in his last start on the mound. Ashcraft has been pretty good, only 3 runs in his last 3 starts, which is great. I'm going to take the Reds at home here. Looked good yesterday. Arizona kind of struggling as of late. They only scored 1 run in their last 3 games. I'm going to take the Reds at home. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Cubs versus the Baltimore Orioles. Cubs opening up as road favorites at minus 115. Baltimore minus 105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Cubs is Keegan Thompson with an ERA of 1.99. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Orioles is Kyle Bradish with an ERA of 6.82. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. He's given up 13 runs in his last 3 starts on the mound. Cubs 6-0 against Baltimore right now, 5-1 on the road against Baltimore. Yeah, no, I really feel like this line might move up more in the Cubs' favor here. Keegan Thompson been great on the mound for the Cubs, playing very well. Bradish just giving up way too many runs. He has not been playing great. I'm going to take the Cubs on the road. Next matchup, we have the Detroit Tigers versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Detroit opening up as road favorites at minus 125. Pittsburgh plus 105 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Tigers is Tariq Skubal with an ERA of 1.84. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. He's only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts on the mound. Pitching for the Pirates is Jose Quintana with an ERA of 2.32. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Detroit coming into this on a 3-game losing streak. Didn't really play well against against the Yankees in that series. Pittsburgh on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a couple wins against Arizona. 5-1 in their last 6, where they're actually playing pretty decent here. I kind of like the Pirates at home here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers pitching pretty well in their last three starts, and Pitt coming off a 2-game winning streak here. I'm gonna take the Pirates plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay opening up as home favorites at minus 145. The Cardinals plus 125 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Cardinals is Dakota Hudson with an ERA of 2.96. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rays is Jeffrey Springs with an ERA of 1.88. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs and had 7 strikeouts. St. Louis coming off a couple wins against the Cubs. Tampa Bay coming off 2 losses against the White Sox. St. Louis, they are 1-5 straight up against Tampa Bay, where they have struggled. Tampa Bay 10-1 against the National League. Yeah, pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers have given up 4 and 5 runs respectively. I kind of like Tampa Bay at home here. I do like Jeffrey Springs on the mound, coming off 2 losses against the White Sox. Yeah, I'm going to lean with Tampa Bay at home. Next matchup, we have the Oakland Athletics versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -245. Oakland +195 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for Oakland is Cole Irvin with an ERA of 2.96. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Braves is Kyle Wright with an ERA of 2.41. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. He's only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts on the mound. Oakland on a 6-game losing streak. They're 1-9 in their last 10. Atlanta on a 5-game winning streak right now, playing very good. Oakland on a 7-game losing streak against Atlanta. Yeah, I like the Braves at home. Oakland, they just have been on a bad losing streak. Haven't really played very well here. And Braves playing very good on a nice winning streak. I'm going to take the Braves at home. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Chicago White Sox. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -135. The White Sox +115 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Dodgers is Mitch White with an ERA of 4.79. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the White Sox is Michael Kopech with an ERA of 2.20. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Dodgers coming into this on a 2-game losing streak. White Sox on a 2-game winning streak. Dodgers 6-1 on the road, 6-1 against the American League. Kind of a tough matchup, pretty even matchup here. I kind of like the Dodgers on the road. Kopech coming off of 5-run games, giving up 8 runs in his last 3 starts here. Dodgers on a 2-game losing streak, which, they're not really ever on a 2-game losing streak too much. I'm going to lean with the Dodgers. I like them to bounce back coming off a couple losses against the Mets. I'm going to take the Dodgers on the road. Next matchup, we have the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at -115. The Phillies -105 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Phillies is Ranger Suarez with an ERA of 4.69. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Brewers is Jason Alexander with an ERA of 2.57. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Phillies coming into this on a 4-game winning streak. Brewers on a 3-game losing streak here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Alexander's only pitched 1 time this season. Looked pretty good in his start. Only gave up 2 runs here. Yeah, I feel like this matchup could go either way. Milwaukee 1-5 in their last 6, where they've definitely struggled. Phillies got a nice little win streak coming off a nice sweep against the Angels here. Yeah, I'm going to lean with Phillies +1.5 on the road. Next matchup with the Seattle Mariners versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at minus 260. Seattle plus 210 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Mariners is Chris Flexen with an ERA of 4.55. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Astros is Justin Verlander with an ERA of 2.23. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Seattle beating Houston yesterday 7-4. Looked pretty good in yesterday's matchup. Yeah, I do like Justin Verlander on the mound. He's had a rough last 2 games, but he's been great this season. Chris Flexen's given up 9 runs in his last 3 starts on the mound. I like Houston to bounce back today. I do love Verlander on the mound here. I think they get it done at home. I'm rolling with the Astros. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Kansas City Royals. Blue Jays opening up as road favorites at minus 220. Kansas City plus 180 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Toronto is Alek Manoah with an ERA of 1.98. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Brad Keller with an ERA of 4.15. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 1 strikeout. He's given up 14 runs in his last 3 starts on the mound. Manoah has only given up 6. Toronto beating Kansas City yesterday 8-0. Yeah, Kansas City just 2-8 in their last 10. They've been down pretty bad here. Toronto 6-0 on the road where they've played very well. Yeah, I love Toronto on the road. Love Manoah on the mound. Keller just giving up too many runs here. Very hard to trust them. I'm taking Toronto on the road. Next matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at minus 125. The Mets plus 115 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Mets is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 2.88. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Padres is Yu Darvish with an ERA of 4.03. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. The Mets on a 3-game winning streak, beating the Padres yesterday 11-5 as the underdog. They're 5-1 against the Padres. Yeah, I like the Mets on the road, getting good plus money. And if you guys want to take them on the money line, Walker's been good on the mound here. On a 3-game winning streak, I'm going to take the Mets plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Colorado Rockies versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Colorado plus 170 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Rockies is Yerman Marquez with an ERA of 6.71. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts. He's given up 15 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Giants is Carlos Rodon with an ERA of 3.44. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Colorado on a 4-game losing streak right now. 3-14 on the road, and they're just 1-12 against the Giants, where they just have not been able to really beat them here. Love the Giants at home. Marquez, 15 runs in 3 starts. I mean, how can you even back the Rockies with that? Yeah, not going to do it. I'm taking the Giants at home. All right, next matchup, we have a doubleheader between the Texas Rangers versus the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians opening up as home favorites at minus 120. The Rangers plus 100 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Rangers is John Gray with an ERA of 4.83. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 12 strikeouts. Pitching for the Guardians is Cal Quantrill with an ERA of 3.52. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. The Rangers 1-4 in their last 5. Cleveland 5-1 in their last 6, playing pretty well here. Texas just 3-8 on the road against Cleveland here. Quantrill been pretty decent on the mound here. I'm going to lean with the Guardians at home in Game 1. Rangers have struggled on the road, especially against Cleveland, and haven't really played well in the last few games here. I'm going to take Cleveland at home in Game 1. And then the next matchup, we have Game 2 between the Texas Rangers versus the Cleveland Guardians. I can't find the current line for this game here, which is usually how it goes for doubleheaders. I do have the pitchers. Pitching for the Rangers is Taylor Hearn with an ERA of 5.48. And then pitching for Cleveland is Connor Pilkington with an ERA of 2.65. The Rangers, Game 2s, I kind of just stay away from. Not in love with Hearn on the mound. He's given up 9 runs in his last 3 starts here. I think I'm going to lean with Cleveland at home again here. The Rangers, they've struggled against the Guardians. We'll see how they do in a doubleheader setting. If I were to bet, though, I'm probably going to lean with the Guardians at home in both matchups. Next matchup, we have the Washington Nationals versus the Miami Marlins. Marlins opening up as home favorites at -185. Washington plus 155 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Nationals is Evan Lee with an ERA of 4.91. And then pitching for the Marlins is Edward Cabrera with an ERA of 0. Looks like he's probably getting his first start of the season here. Nationals coming off 3 wins against the Reds. Miami coming off a 5-1 loss against the Giants. Not in love with this matchup at all, really. Not really in love with the pitching situation, especially with Cabrera getting his real first start on the mound. To lay -185 on the Marlins, man, that just seems incredibly risky to me. Not in love with that whatsoever here. I'm going to take Nationals plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the New York Yankees versus the Minnesota Twins. Another game. These next 2 games, I can't find any lines on. They are nighttime games, so it's unfortunate I can't have that info out, but what can you do? Work with what I can work with. I do have the pitching for the Yankees. Pitching for the Yankees is Jamison Tylon with an ERA of 2.30. His last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 5 strikeouts. Don't know who's pitching for the Twins. Yankees on a 6-game winning streak right now, playing very good. They're 11-1 against the Twins. 13-5 on the road, where they've been playing very good. I don't know what the line's going to be, but I know Yankees are going to be the favorite here, especially with Tylon on the mound. Yeah, I'm rolling with the Yankees on the road here. And then the last matchup, we have the Boston Red Sox versus the Los Angeles Angels. I don't have any lines on this, but I do have the pitchers. The probable pitchers pitching for the Red Sox is Garrett Whitlock with an ERA of 3.02. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Pitching for the Angels is Reed Detmers with an ERA of 4.20. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Boston on a 5-game winning streak, beat LA 1-0 yesterday. I do believe LA is on like a 12-13 game losing streak. It's been very bad for LA. And yesterday, even though it was only 1-0, Boston was underdogs for some unknown reason. I know it was only a 1-0 game, but yeah, that was a nice win yesterday. I'm pretty sure they'll be favorites again today here. rolling with the Red Sox on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Tuesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.